Yeah, what's going on, D Nation? How the hell y'all feeling this morning? It's a beautiful morning out here today. It feels right out here today. I had to go ahead and switch up my mic. I know if y'all seen my last video, the audio was choppy. I'm sorry I had to put out that content, but it's like I already recorded it. I started editing it. It's like some pieces will be choppy, but some pieces won't. I already had these mini mics, but these joints go in and out at times. So y'all let me know how it sound with the mini mic. Then I'm gonna go ahead and order me another mic. But for now, this is how we're gonna have to rock. First off, before we get into the video, I got a shout out to my new members. Shout out to Keith Shaw, and shout out to your friendly neighborhood YouTube watcher, which is a crazy name. What up, my boy? And I want to shout out to Tim Moore for sending me that $5 cash out. I appreciate you. I know you said this part 2 street story, but I already had dropped it. So when I seen you send the cash out, I think I seen it late because I was dropping the damn video right when you was sending the bread. So I appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate you supporting the channel for real. And also, don't try to be talking about my face mask slash headband, okay? Look, I ordered my headphones. They're coming in the mail. But this is what we're going to have to work with because I need my headphones. Y'all know I live in them damn comments with y'all, bro. I be with y'all, tripping with y'all. And I see a few people putting up, if you ain't moving, you lose. When I tell you, bro, it's a whole story behind that whole slogan that I came up with. I came up with that slogan a decade ago. And I've been rocking with that slogan ever since. I don't think I ever said it on here, but if anybody ever heard me say, your mouth, that's what I'm saying. If you ain't moving, you losing. Oh, and I'm going to turn it to some shit. Oh, it's going to be some merch. I actually started making merch for it a long time ago, but I stopped due to what? There you go, my addiction, which is what we about to get into today. And without further ado, I go by D-Jack, but you can call me D. Call me D. During my journey of addiction, I can tell you this, my dad ain't stupid. My dad ain't dumb by long. He done asked me a few times, is you popping pills? Hey, is you doing this? You sniffing dope? And I always lied to him, you know what I'm saying? Being that the type of father that I had, I felt like I couldn't be real with him. I felt like that was the one thing I couldn't be honest with my father about. But it didn't matter because he always heard it from the street. He always heard it from somebody else that I was doing such and such. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, bro, I would have family members and friends, like rumors pass through, going back to him, back to them. And some of them is the ones selling me the goddamn pills. Hey, this person said you doing such and such. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, bitch, you just sold me some teens last week. And that's another thing, bro. Like, you can't claim to support somebody. You can't claim to be for somebody and claim that, oh, I don't want him doing this. Oh, he shouldn't be out here doing this. But you the one giving it to him. You got a choice. You ain't got to sell it to me. I'm going to get into a lot of situations where I was at work. Going to work, trying to push it through the withdrawal, going through the struggles and the pain. I already didn't want to go. I'm sitting in the entryway of my front door in Greenwood. And I'm just sitting down in front of the door. And my girl, she's standing up behind me. She got her hand on my shoulder. She just like,
babe, you gonna go? You gonna go?
I don't know, man. I want to go, but I don't know. I see my uncle pulling up. He about to come pick me up. And it's like now or never. It's like, nigga, you either get in that car or you don't. Because I know I ain't got no pills on me. I know I'm going to go through hell when I get to this damn job. Nevertheless, I get in the car. Because I also thought about the fact that my uncle rode all the way up here just to take me to work because he got to go the opposite way. And I felt bad, like, damn, just to tell him, I could have been told him, no, not come if I won't gonna come. So I gets in the car, whole ride there, I'm just, man, just knowing it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Like, in my heart, I just want to turn to my uncle and be like,
hey, I know we got to go to work, and I know you don't want to be late. Can we please stop by my boy's house so I can get something from him?
Everything in me wanted to do that. And then I ain't had the bread. So I was going to ask him for the bread too. How many situations I done been in, I'm asking somebody for a favor. And then on top of the favor, I need you to actually fund the favor. So when I get to work, man, it's in the beginning stages right now. It's like, it ain't too bad, but I still ain't feeling good. I just got the sluggish feeling. I just got that tired feeling like I don't want to do nothing. But I got to push through it. I'm here now. If I go out in the break room and sleep all day, I'm going to get written up. And I already got 14 days in the street. After this, I can get terminated. And on this day, bro, my supervisor decides to switch my position to another position that's entirely different and way more physical work. Because at first I was going to be on, they call it the flats. I was just going to be standing in one spot, taking mail out of the slot and put it in the box. Take it out the slot, put it in the box. Ain't a lot of moving, ain't a lot of crazy physical activity. So I was going to be all right for the most part. So when she switched me to this position to where I gotta pick boxes up, go through boxes, heavy ass boxes, throw them in here, I'm already knowing what time it is. And they got the AC booming in here. They got the AC off the chain. I get up in there, I'm gonna say like 3 hours into the workday. I go sit down and I couldn't take it. Like I keep dozing off. If you ever had to describe withdrawal, you know that skin crawl feeling where everything inside your body, it feel like every part of your skin got little pellets under it and they just moving around the whole time. And it's almost like the pellets got sharp edges on it everywhere on your body now, mostly in your legs. I never understood why the feeling would mostly be in your legs. I don't know, maybe because you put more pressure on your legs because you walk on them. I don't know, but the legs was the worst. The leg shakes was the fucking worst. I put the box down. I go over to the chair. Just to give y'all a brief demonstration on how I was. I think it get almost about 2 hours before it's time for me to clock out. I get the calling around. Now, mind you, I told you one of the worst times to look for pills, any type of drug like that, is late at night and early in the morning. You damn near not gonna find nobody. They either gonna be all out or they not gonna come out at the time, or they gonna be asleep, or they gonna be busy. Your best bet is to get with them in the middle of that day. I'm gonna say from 11 a.m. to about 9 p.m. When I get off work, it's like 10:30. I actually do get in touch with somebody. He ends up dropping off the pills. That way I got them before I get home. And when I got home that day, I literally told myself right then and there when I walked in that door and I sat down, I'm about to pop my pill, I said, I'm not going back to work if I ain't got no pills. I literally told myself this. It was almost like a pact. I said, I'm not going back to work unless I got some pills. If I ain't got no pills, I'm not going. And eventually, me not going to work, me being late, I would end up getting fired. And the post office at the time was offering rehab options. They would literally send you to rehab. But at the time, bro, I was so immature. I was so prideful and didn't want people to know I was doing this. I could have got clean while I was still working at the post office, bro. I would probably still be working the post office to this day because that was the best job I ever had. In Richmond, Virginia, I gotta say the post office probably the best job that you gonna get. That's just from my experience though, because it might be other jobs that's better. But for my experience, that was the best job I ever had. I got raises every single year, bro. At the time I got fired, I was up to $18.63 an hour, $18.63. Today, that don't seem like a lot, but in 2012, 13, 14, yeah, that was considered a good ass job. Nowadays, you better be making 20 or better. You ain't gonna make it. Even then, you probably still ain't gonna make it. It's gonna be something you're gonna have to substitute out, like, oh, I can't pay this month. I'm gonna have to pay that next month type shit. So in the midst of me losing that job, I'm going back and forth. I started helping my dad with a paper route that he was running. I don't know if I told y'all. I know I told my members on my membership page about how productive my father is, how smart and like business savvy my father is. He's super business savvy. He wanted to kind of get in the mode of running his own business. I think he bought a contract somehow. He gets injured. I don't know how he gets injured. I just know that he had a pinched nerve on the back of his neck. So he really couldn't do the job. He calling around asking all his kids for help. And I'm the only one who stood up to help. So I go up there and I help out. One of these mornings, bro, I drive up there and I'm driving his Escalade. He let me drive his Escalade so I can get back and forth. I'm driving his Escalade and I got my girl with me. My girl, she also got a condition. She still got this condition to this day. Ladies, if y'all watching, if y'all ever heard about this condition or if y'all dealing with it, she deals with endometriosis, where she gets flare-ups. She get flare-ups on her ovaries and they kind of burst sometimes, or they'll just be, you'll be super in pain. And she been going through this since I met her. You know what I mean? That's why when I was going through my addiction popping pills, I would buy pills for her too. But because I knew how effed up I was on these pills, like I would literally manage everything that I would give her. Because I knew what I was going through, I didn't want her to go through what I was going through, bro. I literally managed every pill she took. I didn't let her buy no pills by herself, not to act like her dad or nothing. But my girl won't street savvy. Like, she not street savvy. She's really like the goody two shoes type. She really is the proper talking girl in the hood. I didn't want that fate for her. I didn't want that lifestyle for her so bad. I already got her here selling drugs for me. I already got her here opening doors while I'm at work. I said, nah. Like a 30, I would break the 30 in half, then break the half in half and give her the corner piece just so she can deal with the pain of her endo. And for the life of me, bro, I didn't want her to feel this way. She stopped taking the pills when she got pregnant with my daughter. For some reason, if you get pregnant, it subsides the side effects for endo, which is crazy. I don't understand it, but I'm pretty sure y'all know more about it than me. My girl, she in the truck already holding her stomach. She like this. She already fucked up. She's supposed to come and help me because she know I'm going through withdrawal. She know I'm not going to be able to do this thing by myself. The morning that we get up and she gets in the truck, we stop by the store, she start feeling it. She start grabbing her stomach and I look over and I'm already knowing what time it is. We've been here before. I didn't been up late nights going downstairs, putting a towel in hot boiling water, taking it out, putting it on her stomach. I'm already knowing what time it is. Hey, babe, look, I'll be all right, you know what I mean? Go get in the back of the truck, go lay down. I'll try to tough it out. She get in the back of the truck. We get to the warehouse. I fill up all the papers and everything. But she actually get out the truck and help me. She get out the truck to try to help me with the papers. She do a little bit and then she get back in the truck. We on our way. We on our way. Now, I'm doing good at first. I'm doing good. I think it was wintertime. It was either the beginning of the year or the end of the year. And it was cold as shit outside this day. As I'm working, I'm putting these papers away. I'm doing this and that. Out of nowhere, I get a horrible toothache on top of whatever else I'm going through. So now I'm trying to get all this shit together. I try to stop by a store and get some Tylenol. That don't work. I'm in the car sweating because I'm moving around. The withdrawal done hit me full-fledged. So I stop somewhere in the parking lot and I just sit up in the damn front seat of the truck like this. My dad keep calling me because he's saying customers is calling saying, where the hell is they newspapers? I'm looking at the phone. I don't want to answer. And then on top of all that, the damn truck won't start. We stopped somewhere in the parking lot, and when I try to start the truck back up, it won't start up again. So now I gotta answer the phone. I gotta answer the phone now.
But where you at? Where you at?
I tell him where I'm at. I tell him that the truck won't start. I'm just sitting there going through the worst pain of my life. My damn toothache, the hot and cold sweats. I take my coat off so I won't sweat, but it's freezing outside. So I say, okay, I go look in the back. I see a track jacket. I put the track jacket on. That don't make a difference. My dad pulls up. Now, as bad as I felt that my dad had to pull up and he just went through surgery and finished this job, I was so grateful that he told me just go home. I felt horrible, bro. Yeah, I'm going through what I'm going through, but I told him I was going to do something. As a man, you stick to your word. You do what you say that you're going to do, no matter what it is. And being that I always lied to my dad about my addiction, he don't know that I'm going through this. So that's not even a valuable excuse. You always told me that, nah, you don't do this. You don't do that. But I was so glad he said, just go home. Because I was effing up that bad at work. His girl pull up, take me and my girl back to the house. And I'm just sitting there and I say, I'm not doing that damn paper route no more. Unless I got some pills, I'm not doing this goddamn paper route no more. Now, ultimately, I do the paper route again. I do it again to help my dad out. But other things happen to where I said, no, I'm not doing it no more. You know, like getting paid and, other things happen that I'm not going to dive too deep into. Basically, it was the icing on the cake that said, all right, I definitely ain't doing it no more. I was kind of sad, though, because he took his truck back. Down the line, bro, I started working with my dad again, doing the bread route. One morning, we inside of a Kroger. And this is around the time where I'm strictly saying F the perks. I don't want them damn perks. I gotta wake up every morning at 4 in the morning and walk to this warehouse. To take like 45 minutes to an hour to walk. I'm a hard worker now. I'm a hard ass worker, bro. You throw some tools in my hands, I'll figure it out. Straight up. I get there and I'm always late because I was either searching for something or I was going through withdrawal. Even when I was just strictly on Suboxone. At that time, I didn't know that you can go to a doctor and get them and they just fill out a prescription. You go to a group and they'll just fill out a prescription. I didn't know this, bro. Why the hell did I think, damn, they got to be getting these from somewhere. Somebody got to be prescribing them. I thought you had to have some type of hell of a health insurance to get these, bro. But ignorance is bliss because I had the information right in my face. I just wasn't looking for it. I would always go through this whole thing of not being able to find Suboxone the same way I couldn't find perks. So I was still going through the whole, oh, I ain't got no Suboxone, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? One of these mornings I'm going up there and we ride to a Kroger's. We in there putting it up. Now this morning I was genuinely just tired. The night before I had Suboxone, I said, you know what? Let me save this last piece so I can be good for tomorrow at work. But I am genuinely tired. I was up all night. I'm in the middle of the aisle. I'm trying to put this bread up. And and I get the dozing off. My dad peep it. He walk over there, he shake me.
You fucking with that shit?
What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about?
That dope, nigga. You sniffing that shit, nigga? I know what that shit look like, nigga. I done sold that shit for years, nigga.
As deep as that cut for me, I couldn't be mad at my father because, like I said, I always lied to him about my addiction. He was a real matter of fact type of guy. Black and white. It's either this or that. It's either you strong or you weak. You either smart or you dumb. There was no gray area. There was no in between. It was straight up. He was a straight up dude at all times. And me knowing that, I felt like ain't no point of me bringing this to his attention. Now, by this time, I got a daughter. I got a 2-3-year-old daughter. My baby boy was just born. So that in itself, and me trying to stick to my sobriety, I stayed working that job. Granted, it's a lot more perks because, hey, I'd rather work for my dad than a motherfucker who really don't care about me. I'd rather work for my dad and deal with him scolding me than a motherfucker who really don't care about me. So I stuck with that job. And I stuck with it, and I stuck with it, and I stuck with it. And for the people who got the membership, you know why I stopped working the bread route. So I'm not going to put that out on here. That wouldn't be fair. But the gist that I'm trying to get with this whole situation, bro, that addiction controlled me. My addiction controlled me for 11 years. It controlled the people I was around. It controlled the people I talked to. It controlled the places I went, how long I stayed. It controlled everything. It controlled how much I had sex, how good or bad the sex was, if I was in the mood to talk. I can remember times, bro, before I went into group and I was still bouncing boxing off the street. So I was still going through withdrawal here and there. I'd just be irritated for nothing because I'm going through withdrawal. I'm yelling and cursing at my kids for nothing because I'm going through this withdrawal. Even though I don't go through it no more, that's why to this day, if I just so happen to tell my daughter,
Hey, girl, didn't I tell you get down? Get your down.
I feel bad. Even though she ain't did what I said, I still feel like, man, I ain't have to yell at her, man. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I even tell her, like, you forgive me? I'm sorry, baby. Which I feel like you should do anyway, even if you're not going through an addiction problem. I really feel like when it comes to your kids, bro, that sticks with them. If you don't think the way that you talk to your kids stick with your kids, bro, you're a goddamn lie. Man, like, I used to lash out a lot when I went through withdrawal. Like, the people around me will tell you, like, I was in a real effed up mood when I was going through withdrawal. And I'm just happy to say that that shit don't control me no more. I feel like the chain is really broken. I still got a little link hanging to me now, but we on that journey. This is what the journey is for. This is what the journey is for. And I said to myself the other day, I am so glad that I went through it. I'm so glad I went through it. Because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have the mentality that I got right now. I probably would have never met y'all, bro, if I didn't go through that addiction. I probably wouldn't have the POV of life that I have now. A guy hit me up on Instagram the other day and Facebook telling me how I inspired change in him. I inspired him to go to rehab, bro. Bro, look at me, bro. Look at my face, bro. Who the fuck am I? Is what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to think that low about myself. I used to think so low about myself that ain't no way nobody can look at me in that type of light. Sometimes I look at y'all comments and I just be like, I don't even know how to process this shit. Not too long ago, bro, I felt like I was scum of the earth. But that was me letting that fucking addiction control me, control my emotions, control the way I thought about myself, bro. Don't let this shit make you lose yourself. Don't lose yourself to this shit. Because you still there. You still right there. That person that you used to be before you started is still there, man. And you can get that person back. Don't ever feel like you can't. Because I got me back. I'm back to my old self. I just recently got back to going hard and working hard and doing my thing. And that's how I used to be. I'm back to me and that shit feel normal again. I hope y'all got something out of this video. That's all I got for y'all today. Jaleese, my girl. I love you, Jaleese. Y'all stay positive. If you ain't moving, you're losing, my boy. I go by D-Jack, but you can call me D. And we out, baby.
Extra hard on that hard flow.
Call me D.